All right, well, we're going to go now to, how about Oregon? We'll talk with Nunzio. Hi, Nunzio. What do you got for us today?
Hey, Pastor Andrew, thank you for taking my call. I've been getting a lot of my questions answered by BibleQuestions.com and introducing that to a lot of people. But my question is, in several dozen scriptures, Jesus describes himself as the bread of life, and Jesus, the woman at the well, says he's living water.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mention of bread and water in the New Testament. I'm just curious as to the scripture that says, man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God.
Okay.
Can you kind of enlighten me?
Sure. Well, man doesn't live by bread alone, talking about Wonder Bread. That's talking about Roman meal bread. That's talking about gluten-free bread. That's talking about the bread at Kroger. So man doesn't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. That's talking about spiritual bread. So that passage is really contrasting physical bread with spiritual bread. And I love it. I mean, Jesus is living water, and we are told that when we have Jesus, out of our mouths will flow rivers of living water. In other words, when you've got His grace, you're going to encourage others by grace. When you've got His love, you're going to love others by His love. When you've got His forgiveness, and it's endless, it's infinite, it's unconditional, you're going to forgive others unconditionally. You're going to let them off the hook. And so that is the rivers of living water that we possess. And it's all about Jesus. Now, secondly, you talked about the bread. Well, bread is what people live off of, and they get nutrients, and it is a great source of nutrition. So Jesus is the bread of life. That's not about communion necessarily. The Lord's Supper is a great symbol of that. But the bread of life means we live from Him. And so, you know, it's interesting. I was talking to a young lady recently. She said, I listened to one of your sermons. I've been, a Christian many, many years. I've been a reverend. I've been a chaplain. I listened to one of your sermons, and I realized, whoa, this is not just about people that say they know God and pray and go to heaven someday. This is deeper, richer. Well, I mean, yes, absolutely. Jesus is the bread of life. He is our everything. People don't understand, but we are shouting from the rooftops that every moment of every day, every second of every day, you have the heart of God pulsating inside of you. You have the life of God moving within you. You have the Spirit of God active inside of you. And this can change every hour of every day in terms of how you think and how you act and how you respond. And that's what it means to live the Christian life. The Christian life is Jesus. It's His resurrection life. And so it's not about 3 steps or 5 ways or 10 principles or 9 laws. It is about Jesus, His dynamic life inside of us, the bread of life. And when we realize that, out of our being flows rivers of living water, resurrection, living water that brings comfort and counsel and peace and love and forgiveness to those around us. So I hope that helps, and I hope that's a big encouragement to you there in Oregon. Reach out anytime, my friend. Great to hear from you.